Hi, my name is Simone. I'm a 17-year-old and I'm the founder at YouthGrowYouth. Well, I started YouthGrowYouth about a year back, and I've actually discussed a little about my organization and how I started this in the previous few episodes. But this episode essentially is directed as a pitch on YouthGrowYouth, except this isn't going to be a minute or two long pitch, it's going to be a couple of minutes. So, this is something new. So, if you're interested in knowing what I do, why I do what I do, and how I do what I do, stay tuned. Wow, that sounded like a tongue twister. So, I started Youth Grow Youth back in the September of 2021, and this never intended to become a non-profit, it never intended to become an organization. It actually just started with a very tiny idea of wanting to help more and more students discover extracurricular opportunities. Now, I had a couple of friends, and all of us were working towards, building our college profiles because we were determined to wanting to study outside of India after 12th. And for which, of course, we needed a holistic profile, but we were not aware that this profile had to be holistic. So we were super academic oriented. We're like, okay, we need good grades because if you want to crack the best of universities, that is what we need. Now, it wasn't until I entered, the 11th grade that I realized I was highly mistaken. Now, you cannot just crack Harvard if you're an all-A student. Now, of course, I'm not saying academics are nothing. You literally need academics for any place that you want to go to, but you also need extracurriculars, you need internships, you need volunteering, you need loads of research papers that you have to present as part of your profile. Now, there was a recent study on why MIT rejected nearly 93% of their students who had a perfect score on SATs. Now, it's just the thing that if you have an amazing score on SAT, you automatically have a gateway to the most prestigious universities. And MIT, being in the top 3 in the entire world, did something like this, and people were literally appalled. They're like, okay, why has this happened? Later, when dig deeper, they realized it's because these students did not have a diverse profile to showcase. Now, when I'm saying diverse, I'm not saying you have to be Indian or American or, any of that. All I'm saying is these universities, despite being top tier universities, want to see more of what you are besides academics. So eventually, I started doing my own homework. I'd get back from school, research on ways I can indulge myself in more extracurriculars. Then I'd get back to school, talk to my friends about it. We'd collectively indulge in such things. And the thing is, the more and more I did this, the more I realized there were so many students just like me who needed this access so they can improvise their college profile. Because you see, at the end of the day, we're all actually just working on building a strong profile so we can end up in our dream universities, so we can end up in the best of universities that we aspire to. Now, this prompted me to post these kind of, extracurriculars on my social media just so I could help anybody needing these things. And I'd get lots of follow-ups saying, hey, we're liking what you're doing. It's really helping us. And after listening and watching and hearing such comments, I'm like, okay, let's take this big. So this is what essentially got Youth Grow Youth to even become a thing. So at Youth Grow Youth, we essentially strive to provide the present day youth with the best of opportunities available in today's market. We're trying to cover as many domains as we can, from business to meds to STEM to engineering and all of these fields, so we can help more high schoolers discover these existing opportunities. All of them ranging from, job, volunteering positions to mentorship sessions to exclusive college webinars to global internship opportunities and lots of such things. But besides this, the main aim behind starting Youth Grow Youth was so we can build on an active community of like-minded youth where we can discuss every college-related problem, every college-related solution. Because, again, at the end of the day, we're all just high schoolers really trying to sail through this super overwhelming college process, right? And when you have a community existing that you can always go to, You're like, okay, right now, if there's a problem, I know I can go to these people, talk to them, and that again adds as another assurance, which is so important. But yes, besides that, so as of today, Youth Grow Youth stands as a global organization having catered opportunities to over 60,000 plus high schoolers through our social media platforms. We've received an acceleration project offer from Harvard University, which means Youth Grow Youth is accelerated by Harvard University. We are also affiliated with the United Nations Youth Council, as we're working on promoting gender equality and mass literacy in forms of workshops and webinars in the low income areas within the country. And these are just some highlights. To be very honest, I never saw Youth Grow Youth becoming this big because, in the first place, it was never about building a brand or launching a project. It was simply about helping more high schoolers my age simply look for extracurricular opportunities. And I still remember sitting on my study table, building a logo from scratch, talking to lots of people my age who are already running their nonprofits and businesses, scrolling through tons of Google Forms, putting a team together. It was a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. It took a very, very long time. But not to mention, if it weren't for the passion and the dedication, it perhaps wouldn't have lasted even a week. For me, the biggest learning here was to simply be passionate about the things that you believe in. Now, of course, you'll say, I've read books on, being passionate, and I've heard podcasts and I've heard people use the big word passion. But I feel being passionate is simply about being excited. Now, I'm not going to teach you what being passionate is, but all I'm saying is be excited about your ideas, be excited about the things that you want to do, because honestly, even though it's going to take a super long time, it's going to work out given the fact that you are passionate and excited about it. So yeah, that was a little story time. That was a little about what I do, why I do, and how I do. So if you found this interesting, please do let me know and stay tuned for the couple more episodes that are yet to come.
कुछ बातों का मतलब, कुछ मतलब की बातें, क्या मतलब? Hi, I'm Simone, 16 years old. I'm a student, founder at Youth Grow Youth, which, to keep very short, is a student-led non-profit organization with the mission of connecting high school students together with different opportunities to help enhance their college applications while building exceptional leadership skills. A basketball player and a published writer. So through my 10 episodes, I will talk you through my journey, the challenges I faced, inside business politics, how I juggled between coping up with school and my business amongst all other things, and literally so much more fun too. Stay tuned.